Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Mr. Nixon. I wanted to talk a little bit more about the integument while I still have some more time. Some other things that I wanted to discuss was two types of sweat glands. And I want to show you on this model, if you haven't looked at this in lab yet, there's an apocrine gland and there's an eccrine gland. Now, this white structure here is the same as that structure. They're both the same all the way across these white structures that you see. These are eccrine glands. That's Eccrine, eccrine. These eccrine glands are known for regular sweat. And when I say regular sweat, I'm talking about watery sweat, sweat that you develop because of a temperature regulation. All right. So you tap into these particular sweat glands when you are hot. All right. And you will produce sweat from these guys when you're hot. Now, the purpose of producing sweat when you're hot is that it releases water. That water travels through these tubes because these are exocrine glands, not endocrine. These are exocrine, exit. They go to the their secretions go to the exterior. They get expelled, not endocrine, which releases their secretions into the body fluids. This one is releasing it outside. So exocrine glands like your eccrine, they release sweat onto the surface of the skin. And then once that water is there, the blood of your body travels to the surface of your skin here. And the heat from your body, now that it's transferred to the blood, that heat now transfers from the blood into the water or sweat that you just released on the surface. It just diffuses. The heat diffuses from the blood into the sweat, and then the sweat evaporates from your body. So when you sweat, that's actually a good thing because it's carrying heat away from you. And the more heat that you have and the more heat that you're exposed to, the longer you're going to sweat. So sometimes people are like, man, I'm sweating and I can't stop sweating. Well, you're going to have to reduce your body temperature, which means more than likely you're going to have to remove yourself from an environment that is causing that increase in body temperature, or you're going to have to remove some layers or expose yourself to a cooler temperature. So you're going to have to move inside, move into shelter, move to some AC, move to a cool pool, something like that. Just removing yourself from the source of that heat. The other sweat gland that was on here was this big yellow one, the apocrine gland. And you'll notice that the apocrine gland is only located in one section of skin. Notice that it's not located here on the scalp. Notice that it's not located here on the palms of your hand. It's only located here in the armpits and the groin of the body. The apocrine gland is a gland that's not there to make secretions when you're hot. It typically makes secretions when you're nervous or afraid or in puberty. And unfortunately, the apocrine gland, when it makes its secretions, it doesn't make a watery secretion and then release it into a tube. Instead, it creates its secretions in little vesicles inside parts of the cellular body. And then the cell breaks a piece of itself off and then releases that piece into its secretions onto the surface of your skin. That's kind of gross when you think about it. It's kind of like me wanting to give you a gift. So I put the gift in my hand and then I break my hand off and then hand my hand to you with the gift on it. Yeah. So that's what an apocrine gland is doing. That's why the secretions from an apocrine gland can, stain the way that they do. Because what is your cell membrane made out of? Well, it's a phospholipid bilayer. It's a double layer of Crisco. So you think about it, just like you wasting some oil or grease on a shirt makes it difficult to come out. Same thing happens with the secretions from an apocrine gland. And it also gives off a scent to it too. Don't forget that bacteria like to eat lipids just as much as you and I do. So the bacteria get to those lipids and it makes things kind of funky. And that that apocrine gland really kicks in during puberty, which is why sometimes you have trouble with kids coming into puberty and getting them to understand that they're going to have to take a bath and that they're going to have to wash, and maybe even wash more frequently than the average person or average adult, because these apocrine glands kick in during puberty, and it can cause body odor. Sensible perspiration versus insensible perspiration. Sensible perspiration is when you sweat. That's when, hey, it's hot outside. That's why I'm sweating. I'm losing water from my body as sweat because it is hot. The end. Insensible perspiration is all the water you lose from your body that you didn't ask to lose, that your body did not cause to leave on purpose. This is water that just got snatched. This is water that evaporates from your body. Now, of course, you lose some water from your body just by breathing. You do, because your body is using water to create moisture in the respiratory tract to moisten the air that's coming into your respiratory system. So you will produce that moisture, but you lose water as water vapor just by breathing. And you lose water just from it evaporating from your body. So keep that in mind. That's why you should drink water, because you're always losing water. Even if you say, oh, I didn't go anywhere this weekend, I did nothing, I never set foot outside. So, Mr. Nixon, I didn't lose any water. Yes, you did. You lost water through basic evaporation. Water was evaporating from your body just by you sitting on the couch playing whatever it was you were playing. All right. Last thing we'll talk about, and then we'll take a break and we'll come back with our third video to wrap all of this up. And that's sebaceous glands. And sebaceous glands, they produce oil. And this oil is called sebum, sebum. And the sebum is important to protect your skin. It moistens your skin. Some of us make a little more sebum than others. And it becomes problematic because it can lead to acne and other disorders of the skin. However, sebum is not meant to be a nuisance. Sebum is actually meant to be there to help protect your skin, because adding that moisture keeps your skin healthy and it keeps it strong against invaders. And that's all we have time for this particular segment. We'll be back again later today with our third video to kind of wrap up a few other things concerning the skin. So I will talk to you guys soon.